Yo, what's up guys, welcome back. So, according to Thrift, Toons, that's, coming out in the TCG, what is it, somewhere in November, it's confirmed, will be the best deck, could be the best deck ever in this game's history. So let's pair it up against one of the best decks. It won the Cross Balanced Cup last year, and that's Tearlaments Ishizu Tear. This is Jesse Cotton's list, but again, there are multiple variants of playing Ishizu Tear, and of course the builds in these kind of matchups are important. So speaking of builds, the second list, we have Toons. This is a list was featured on Road of the King. I'm not so sure which place it was in the WCQ. I think it was in China. Place 1 to 4, so I'm not so sure if it was a winner, it was a top 4 deck, but it's an OCG list by the way, because again we don't have Toons yet here in the TCG. So, as I asked the public which deck has the advantage, what was it, 80%-ish of the people voted for Tearlament, which I get why, but Toons is really strong. So let's see how this matchup is being played out and which deck eventually won this one. Toons goes first. And the one-off here, against looking at the OCG with the Epsilon, with one-off Gamma, Gamma really paid off here. It prevents, what is it? I think it prevented Herald from coming through. And that already changed a lot. And it kind of kept Toons here in game number 1 in the duel. So you can't let the field spell resolve. You can't let Funny Dark Rabbit resolve. The deck is actually insane, yes. It is insane. So many starters, and the fact that you have those built-in engines, the field spell that lets you dodge hand traps, it's kinda silly. Like, it's indeed the next step in Tier 0. This Link 2 basically is a way to free up space, obviously, but get the Toon Dark Magician from your hand to the field by, basically an extra normal summon. Oh, and speaking of builds, a couple of moments ago, I recently saw that in the OCG there are new Toon builds. Rizal Toons is there because of Detonator, obviously. Also Toon builds, very similar maybe in the TCG, when we actually get the deck, is playing less bricks, like no Toon Dark Magician, no Toon Blue Eyes, for example. The extra deck is also a little bit different, different boss monsters. And speaking of boss monsters, you'll see in a few moments that this deck, like this one, the Dragunity boss, is in certain matchups it's a silly card, it's a game winner, like here in this deck against Tier, but against other matchups, like some of the more recent decks, I call them like Malice Toons, but it's Cyber Spile basically, like Link 5, Link 4 bosses, so not the Dragunity Link. So okay. Like this particular end board, we have the Charmer Link that reborns the, the level 1 that tributes, and then maybe even the Fancy Ball, for example, to Link Summon during their turn for Little Knight. We have Baron, right? We have the Evil Box. Evil Box in this matchup is crucial because it's essentially a double call by the grave. And, against stuff like Tier, that's important. And we had the Dragunity one. Yeah, the Dragunity Link 4 essentially, as you know, is a Dweller, and it's equipped with a Dragunity card. Kinda silly, especially against this matchup, blocking your opponent from using the graveyard. Here in this match, it's insane, obviously. As it was back in the day in the Tier Ishizu mirrors with Abyssal. Okay, so here, let's see. The Epsilon didn't really do that much, because again you're able to use the field spell after that again, so double field spell copy. Here, if you have a way to get rid of the field spell you should have, I don't think there is a way. I don't think there's any Tearlament cards in the graveyard. So how do we play into this board? Like this matchup, it's hard because of all the interactions. So of course misplays are important, right? To see which deck is actually the best. Obviously, it is what it is. But I think getting out the Evil Box as soon as possible is important because again, it's, as you see, it's essentially a double call buy. Especially if you already have the field spell, you can banish it, get it back to the field, and then reuse its effect, just in case if your opponent is able to mill another tier name, as what happens here. So we are slowly trying to get back in the game, but let's see, I think, maybe I should have Link summoned sooner to get rid of Kid Kalos. I think that was a small mistake. I think I felt a bit overconfident in the situation a couple of moments ago. So we are banishing Calero with Little Knight, and the Toy Trap Terror, Toon Terror, I think that's the name, it's not live. But we still have the field spell, so they need to get rid of the field spell. We don't do it. Okay, yeah, okay. Yeah, we can banish the, what is it, the spell to protect, right? So making sure that our, yeah, as if Toons needed that also, obviously. So let's see, we are able, again, next layer of power creep, Toons playing into multiple traps, stuff like Imperm, Veiler, hand traps, we are able to dodge that, but, you know, crime, at least both traps are a problem, we are not able to dodge that eventually, right? And this puts them, let's see, yeah, getting rid of the bunny doesn't give us the extra normal summon. We are using Bookmark to search. Oh, okay, maybe you should have gone for Evil Box much sooner. Yeah, maybe. I mean, I should recheck, but would that have changed things? I'm not so sure. It is what it is. So, okay, 1-1. So we did that crucial play earlier. Anyway, so game number 3, post side deck, we side decked in those Solemns and etc. So again, same strategy, I guess. Get out Evil Box as soon as possible if we have the opportunity. Then try to get to one of the most broken cards in the deck. The Mind Scam, you know, getting like your opponent playing with his hand open, basically, that's just insane. You know, it gives us ways to, okay, what card can we block? And it's not only that. We're getting free information about their hand, but we are able to block one card interaction, right? Just call, like here in this case, either Magnum or Jerusalem to block one of those interactions during our turn. The Bestials are pretty good against Toons, but again, you know, we can play around that, as in banishing the Blue Eyes from the graveyard, or the Toon names from the graveyard, to prevent the fusion from coming out. So I think both Bestials were blocked or forced out, I think. So we can safely put the Toon Blue Eyes in the graveyard. And now, because nothing is once per turn, for whatever reason, yes, nothing is once per turn. So because of the field spell, we can tag out, you know, resummon it, reuse the effect to search the Toon table of contents. Yada yada yada, Toon Dark Magician. Mermaid is actually important. Level 4, rank 4, whatever. The shot also is a tuner that we need for the Dragoonity link. Let's see, Mermaid hits the field, there is a Dragoonity link, a free level 6 tuner, that's fine, that's not broken at all, Baron is fine, it's not banned in the OCG so we can play, and the Dragoonity Synchro is equipped to George, let's just call it George, the link 4, so now Tearlament is blocked from using their graveyard, or activating stuff in the graveyard, we have Baron for an omni-negation, we have Mind Scam on field. The Blue Eyes Fusion just casually activating for the 15th time this turn, and we have Little Knight and traps. And we know the hand. That's the deal, right? Like here, I don't think I needed to use Baron, right? Because I don't think the deck is running Chaos Angel as well. So yeah, insane. Oh, and something important as well is, okay, we are playing one of the more recent decks, Toons, they have access to the Charmies, but on the other hand, if there is a deck, a tier 0 deck that can play relatively well into max C cards, it's Tearlament. Sure, your board is a little weaker, but Kit, searching the traps, searching Hefness, Heralds are important. Bakuska? That's pretty strong, but okay, Toons, you're not playing stuff like Chalice or Droplet, which kinda hurts in this, like here, with Bakuska. But again, the fact that the Funny Bunny still gives us the extra normal summon, we can go for Little Knight. And luckily Herald is not, like, imagine Herald here. But it is all this, right? So let's see, yeah, I think this was an okay play. Getting out Evil Box again, because of the double call by in this matchup, far too crucial. The field spell does let them pop the Evil Box because it was already banished. Oh, this is important. We recycled Mind Scam. I'm just calling it Scam. I know it's Scam, but it is what it is. We lose the field spell though, so let's see. Oh, and the Shufflers are important to prevent me from, you know, getting off a free Blue Eyes Ultimate. Ah, this was a mistake. I should have gotten back the Rabbit from the graveyard, not the level 1, because now the series of plays would have been different. I don't think it mattered in the long run, because we are able, at least we are able to, you know, answer both their monsters, but, you know, would have been a better play. The link to getting our Dark Magician, you discard one of the traps, at least the trap, you know, recycle, search, essentially getting to, you know, multiple toon names, Celine, Reborning Dark Magician. Basically getting me more names on the field. The Charmer link is important. Keep in mind that if you're reborn with the Charmer link, both monsters cannot be used for synchro fusion, whatever, but if you use the, you know, like activate effect, the Toon field spell can banish the names, they will return to the field, and that should reset the effect, the restriction, and the Blue Eyes fusion doesn't fusion summon, it's a special summon, if not mistaken, so you can still use the materials on the field. Again, correct me if I'm wrong. Anyway, same for the Charolzo, it's also a special summon. Okay, so again, we're working towards basically the same end board. The George, you know, stand like this is so sick. Blocking your opponent from using their graveyard, floodgating them, plus Baron for omni-negation with Little Knight. We have the level 1. Oh, and of course, we had free information about their hand. We are able to call by one of their Prohibition, one of their cards in the hand. Plus, as soon as they summon, or we can, you know, preemptively use the level 1 to get out the Evil Box, and the Evil Box is a double call by. In this matchup, insane. So I'm honest, like here the George, the Dragoonity link in this matchup was important, like super important. Again, it blocks the entire, or basically the entire mechanic of tier Ishizu. So imagine another deck list, like the more Cybers, I call it Cybers pile, like the more recent lists, like the Link 4, Link 5s. Less bricks, but more hand traps. You know, it is what it is. So, does this mean that Toons is much better than Tier? No, obviously not. Does this mean Tier is worse than Toons? No, obviously not. There are so many, you know, variables that impact this match. The deck lists, the one-offs that drawn, luck, misplays, obviously. So, but I mean, I had fun, and it's just to test out the waters, like how strong is Toons against, you know, older decks, much like these strong decks as well. But this was fun. So, okay, guys, I hope you enjoyed. Thanks for watching. Other matchups, feel free to let me know. Thanks for watching. Feel free to leave a like if you enjoyed the video. Riddim signing out. Peace.